And here's the first act of Suspicion, starring William Powell as Johnny and Olivia de Havilland as Lena, with Charles Irwin as Beaky.
Let me go. Let me go.
Don't be a little fool. What's the matter with you?
Let me go.
On a hilltop overlooking the English countryside, the trees bend low before the moaning wind. Smoke-gray clouds weave swiftly across a smoke-gray sky. Against this sky are silhouetted the figures of a man and a woman. The man's arms are about her shoulders. She struggles wildly, frantically, then breaks away. Again his arms reach out. Her hands are caught and held as in a vice.
Now, what did you think I was trying to do? Kill you? Nothing less than murder could justify such a violent self-defense. Look at you.
Let me go.
Oh, I'm just beginning to understand. You thought I was going to kiss you, didn't you?
Weren't you?
Of course not. I was merely reaching around you, trying to fix your hair.
What's wrong with my hair?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. It would have been extremely discourteous for me to bring the subject up.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious.
You always give me the feeling that you're laughing at me.
No, I give you my word.
What's wrong with my hair?
Well, let me show you. Now, don't back away. I'm not going to hurt you. Let me see. Yes, this'll do it. What are you thinking of?
A week ago, I'd never even seen you.
Oh, now here we are on a Sunday morning missing church while I unbraid your hair.
I think you've done enough fooling with my hair.
Yeah, got a mirror? You look splendid.
I must be quite a novelty by contrast to the women you're photographed with.
Hmm?
In the newspapers.
Oh. Well, how do you like your hair? Now, don't screw your face up like that. You look like a monkey. What does your family call you, monkey face?
I'll have to go now. I shall be late for luncheon. Anyway, if my father saw me come home both late and beautiful, he might have a stroke.
Are you sure Miss Lena isn't in her room, Burton?
I knocked her just before I announced luncheon.
She said she was going to church.
Oh, what were you saying just before, my dear?
About Lena. I do wish she'd get married, Stanley.
I don't believe Lena will ever marry. She's not the marrying sort. Anyway, she's no need to worry. There'll be enough to take care of her.
I suppose you're right. I'm afraid she is rather spinsterish.
What's wrong with that? The Old Maid's a respectable institution, and Lena has intellect and a fine, solid character.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, Lena, dear. Come and sit down.
Oh, Lena?
What kept you so long at church, dear? I didn't go to church. I went for a walk.
A walk?
With a man.
A man?
Yes, his name's John Aysgarth.
Tom Aysgarth's boy?
How did you meet him? Pity he's turned out so wild. Rough luck on Tom.
What do you mean?
Well, he was turned out of some club for cheating at cards, wasn't he?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Something unpleasant, anyway. What's he doing down here?
He's staying at Penn's Hayes. I shouldn't have thought Lord Midland would have had him there if he'd ever been turned out of a club for cheating.
Well, perhaps it was a woman. He was correspondent or something, I believe. Or ought to have been correspondent.
Well, anyway, I'm going to see him again this afternoon. He's calling for me at 3.
Miss Lena, you're wanted on the telephone.
Oh. Thank you, Burton.
Stanley, she seems quite excited.
Do you suppose? Hello? Oh, hello, Johnny. What? Oh, yes, a long time ago. When are you coming at... Oh, you can't. Oh, yes, of course I understand. Yes, please write. And thank you for calling. Goodbye. Hello? Yes, this is Miss McLeodlaw. A telegram. Will you read it, please? I will see you, yes? Thursday, yes? At Beecham Hunt Ball. Signed, Johnny. Yes, I have it. Oh, Johnny.
I believe this is our dance, isn't it? Hello, monkey face.
Hello.
Hello, monkey face.
Hello, Johnny.
Come on, we're getting out of here.
But we can't.
Of course we can. This way, monkey face.
Johnny, where are we going?
Which is your car?
This is ridiculous. It's over there.
Good. Come on. Tell me, have you ever been kissed in a car before?
Johnny.
Johnny what?
You mustn't joke with me. I'm no good at joking. I don't know how to flirt.
Well, I'm not joking. I'm serious. Have you ever been kissed in a car?
Never.
Would you like to be?
Yes.
Well, you're the first woman I've met who says yes when she means yes.
What do the others say?
Hanged if I know. Anything but yes.
But they kiss you.
Well, usually.
Have there been
what, monkey face?
Have there been many?
I'm afraid so. Quite a few.
Are you always frank with them like this?
No, not particularly.
Then why are you frank with me? Because I'm different?
No, it isn't that. I'm honest because, with you, I think it's the best way to get results.
Johnny, I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing, but I love you.
No, you haven't said the wrong thing, monkey face. I think I'm falling in love with you, too. But I don't quite like it. That's why I stayed away from you for a week. I was afraid of you. I never thought it would happen like this.
Neither did I.
Dear Mother and Father, Johnny and I were married last night.
Married?
We're off for a month's honeymoon on the continent. Please forgive me. I love him very, very much.
Let's put those scripts there. Darling, how do you like your new house?
Oh, darling.
Because if you don't like it, just blame it all on Mr. Bailey here. He rented the house while we were on our honeymoon.
Yes, sir.
He even decorated the place. But if you do like it...
Oh, I adore it. I'm mad about it.
Ah, well, in that case, you're talking to the right man. Because I engaged Mr. Bailey. Didn't I, Mr. Bailey?
Quite right, Mrs. Aysgarth.
Oh, Johnny, you're a genius.
Mr. Aysgarth, I shall have to be getting along now, so what shall I do about the bill?
Oh, just drop it on that pretty little table on your way out, old boy.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Mr. Aysgarth.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
Oh, Johnny, I never dreamt I'd ever have such a gorgeous place. Are you sure you can afford it?
Here, look. Just press that button there on the phonograph. There we are. My dance, I believe.
Oh, yes.
Where are we?
At the Hunt Ball.
Where else?
In Venice.
And?
And Naples and Capri and Nice.
And?
Paris.
Paris.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Yes? Oh, darling, this is, I've forgotten your name.
Ethel, sir.
Oh, yes. Well, Ethel?
A telegram for you, sir.
Oh, thank you, Ethel. What do you think of Ethel?
Oh, she seems perfect. It isn't bad news, is it?
Oh, no. It's an old friend of mine. Stupid fellow. He wants £1,000. You couldn't spare 1,000, could you?
1,000? What does he want it for?
Hanged if I know. Probably because I borrowed it from him.
You borrowed it? Why?
Well, because I was going on a honeymoon with the loveliest girl in the world. I wanted her to be happy.
Didn't you have any money of your own?
No, not a shilling.
But I thought... I had the impression... Johnny, are you broke?
Monkey face, I've been broke all my life.
Well, why didn't you tell me? And whatever made you take this extravagant house?
Well, I didn't think you'd want to live in a shack. A girl like you who's going to come into plenty of money someday.
Wait a minute. I can't quite get this into my head. Were you thinking of my inheritance when you... Oh, I don't know what to say.
Oh, now, darling, really. Isn't it silly to spend the best years of our lives waiting? Why not be comfortable now?
Johnny, I'm just beginning to understand you. You're a baby. Oh, I know you didn't marry me for my money, but my income will never pay for all this. Never.
Well, what about your father?
But I couldn't possibly ask my father or even Mother. You saw how restrained she was when she met us at the station. Anyway, you wouldn't actually want to live on your wife's allowance, would you?
Oh, of course not, darling.
Well, then.
Well, I suppose if the worst comes to the worst, and there was no other way out of it, well, I suppose I'd have to,
What?
Borrow some more. I haven't touched old Middleham yet. You ought to be good for a month or two's housekeeping.
I think you must be mad.
Oh, now, darling, let's not...
Johnny, listen to me.
Well?
There's going to be no more borrowing.
Well, what else is there to do?
You've got to go to work.
Work?
Yes, work.
You mean put on old clothes and go out with a shovel?
Don't be flippant.
Oh, well, what do you mean? I'm afraid you're a bit of a dreamer, darling. You realize that in order to be a plumber or a carpenter or an electrician... Darling, you haven't been around.
There are all sorts of jobs, Johnny.
Well, I'm broad-minded. Let's have some tea and talk it over.